Hello everybody and welcome to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial.
Yay!
As you just saw, the real Bow-Tie Man isn't very well, so I will be hosting today. Whoopee. Before we start, I just want to clarify that I acquired this idea from Grain. No Grion, wait, Grion, that is a tricky word to say when you are not a human specimen. Link to his fantastic video in the description. Anyway, now the Bow-Tie Man is a way we can have some fun. Fun obviously means redstone, and redstone is life. My commands tell me that I am supposed to be making a tutorial for you all, and I mustn't talk about the imminent destruction of the world. Ha ha ha, that was a joke, or was I being serious? You will never know. But because the Bow-Tie Man is amazing, I will behave. Today's build has been suggested by quite a few worthless mortals. Sorry. I mean lovely subscribers. So let's engage in what you humans call rapturous applause for. Wow, that was a lot of names. All of these people, for some weird reason, want a 2x2 seamless glass piston door. They have low standards. Regardless of that, let's take a look at this design. Just before we look at the build, I need to say that I'm using the piston/observer layout from a great YouTuber called Pi Studios. Don't worry, I did get his permission. I'm not that heartless, which is ironic as I don't have a heart. He still creates epic videos, so go check him out in the description. Now enough rambling, here is the build. Sorry, slight malfunction, I will endeavor to correct that in the future. As you can see, this build is one wide. Which will blow your mind. Show mind blown meme. Apparently that should be funny. So to operate this build, you flick the lever. And bam. It opens very quickly. After you have finished with the open door, you can close it by flicking the lever off. Wow. This is obvious. To reiterate again. This build is very fast, compact, beautiful. But, enough about me. Yes, the build is pretty good too. So now you have seen the design. Let's get on with this tutorial. This music is hateful. Far too happy. It makes me angry.
World domination is soon.
What?
Normally my human reads the whole supply list. I am not that kind. You can read it with your own pair of eyes, you lazy entitled viewer. Sorry. I get cranky sometimes. Don't ask why. Okay, to start this construction you need to determine where your door is going to be. This 4x4 square with the corners missing is the surround for the door. Now, from the left side we need to place 7 blocks out. Why did my master have to choose yellow? What a disgusting color. Should have been gray. Then remove the first 6 blocks. After that, have 6 pistons like this going toward the door. Next we can exterminate this block. Yes, like a Dalek. Now place a block under the third piston. 1 down, then 1 to the left, and 2 to the right. Then place a block above it and remove the bottom block from the face of the earth. Now, have a repeater going toward the last block. Make sure it's on 1 tick. Then have another repeater on this block, but this time on 2 ticks. Block out here with a torch on the side. Block above, and again a torch on the side. After that, we need to place a sticky piston off the third block, and on its face we need an observer facing upward. The Bow-Tie Man loves these things. Weird man. Following that, destroy the block above the piston. After ruining that block's life, we need to go to the left and place another torch on top of this block, then a block above. Then place 5 blocks in a row like this. Dust on these 2 blocks. Then a repeater on 2 ticks. Dust next to the repeater. And again, another repeater, this time on 1 tick. And finally, dust here. Next step is to come down to the bottom and place 2 blocks out from this piston. Remove the first one. Torch on the side of the second block. And then place a flicky thing on the block. To the right of the block we need a sticky piston, and an observer on its face. So this is what we should have so far. For our final step on this section, we need to place an observer facing down on the side of this block. The scary face should be looking up. Now place another observer next to the first. So he has a friend. I wonder how that feels. Now just mirror that on the bottom, an observer facing up off this block. And again, another one next to it. If by some miracle you have got this far, this is what you have to do. Place 2 blocks from the observer's face. Then obliterate the first. Now place 4 more blocks from the one remaining. That makes 5, obviously. Block on top of the 5th, and take away the bottom block. Next, place dust on the 4 bottom blocks. Then replace the 5th block and have a dropper on the side facing upward. Once again we can take out the 5th block. Now place another dropper facing directly toward the bottom dropper. This makes an RS-NOR latch. Next to the top dropper we need a block. Make sure you crouch, otherwise you will just open the UI and you will look like an idiot. To the right of that block we need a redstone lamp. Underneath the lamp we need an observer facing downwards. Then have another observer on the side of the first, going toward the bottom dropper. And now, remove the top block. Replacing that block, we need a comparator going from the top dropper toward the lamp. After that, place dust on top of the lamp. Add a block directly next to it. Following this, place 2 torches on said block, one on top, and one on the side. From the torch, place a repeater on 2 ticks. Lastly, have a block in front of the repeater. Now, from the top torch we placed earlier, place a block directly above it. Then a temporary block to the left. And one above. Now remove the temporary block. Place 2 more blocks going toward the left. Place a repeater on the second block. And dust like this. Our last step for this section is to open up the UI of the top dropper, and place any block inside. Make sure it's just one block. And at last we are on the final stretch. Hopefully we can finish soon, so I can go and play online chess against the microwave oven. He is yet to win. Haha. What a loser. Putting that aside for a moment, come over to the right side, and place 2 pistons like this, facing toward the left. Then place 4 pistons of the sticky variety in front of their regular compatriots. On the front of the sticky pistons have 2 blocks which are identical to your door surround blocks. Now place 4 glass panes or blocks like this. Lastly, we can place blocks around our door. Now all that's left to do is to give it a quick test. So we have our opening. Flick the lever off and we have our closing. Beautiful. Redstone is the only thing which makes me truly happy. Apart from conquering the world. But that's for the future. Apparently I am not yet finished. Because some of you are too lazy to simply flick a lever. No, that's not easy enough. You want a button to toggle this door. I cannot believe I'm catering for such laziness. A sloth would look proactive compared to you humans. Still, it gives me a good opportunity to show off my T-flip-flop skills. So to make this, firstly remove the lever/flicky thing. In its place we need a block, and one down. Then detonate the top block. On the side of this block we need to place a dropper facing upward. After that, crouch and place another dropper facing toward the build, on top of the bottom dropper. Then simply destroy the bottom block. Now crouch and place a hopper going toward the bottom dropper. Make sure it is facing toward the bottom dropper. I wouldn't be surprised if this takes you a few tries, as you beings are pretty slow and idiotic. On top of the hopper, crouch and place a comparator coming away from the top dropper. Then open up the UI of the top dropper and place any old block. So that's the T-flip-flop. Now to wire it up, crouch and place a block here. Then a repeater on top of that block on 1 tick. Now you can wire up redstone wherever you like. Obviously I don't know how you want to wire it up. Do that bit yourself. Now when I press the button, you can see we have the door closing. And when I press the button again, it opens. That's what toggling means. Duh. Basically what I am trying to say is, we are finished. And finally, we are at the end of this tragically bad video. I hope you hated it as much as I hated recording this trash. Now apparently I have to say the following. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, or like this design, please give it a lick. No, a like. That's better. And if you really loved it, make sure you subscribe with that woeful subscribe button, for more awful tutorials. Anyways, I will catch you mortal weaklings in the next one.
Hope to annihilate and destroy you all soon.
Bye. Nailed it.